Hi, my name's Mike G. Welcome to the workshop. Today's demo is a really rad, cool effect unit that's kind of like under the radar. These are units that Radio Shack produced years ago. I don't think they've made them for a very, very long time. And what they were meant for was to add reverb to your PA. So you could sound like Mr. Microphone or whatever. Anyways, as you can tell, this is the realistic electronic reverb. Over here it's got a three-way switch. One is all the way off, and then it has on. And I don't know why maybe it was like a power save or whatever. But they've got a battery check light over here. So when you push that over there like that, you see that the battery's good. She's got two sets of inputs, two sets of outputs. Number one is my 1/4-inch inputs, and I've got my 1990 Epiphone Les Paul Custom that probably 10 years ago I dropped Gibson pickups in. But anyway, so we're coming in there, we're going the mic out, and that goes to the world famous Crate GTD 15R amp that we use here at our workbench. We start off, you've got a microphone control, you've got a delay control, the repeat, and then the depth. And I think the depth is kind of like a mix of the wet, dry, and that. Of course, the delay is the amount of time. The repeats is, of course, the amount of repeats. I would say this is probably like a 300 millisecond delay. I don't know if it's digital. I want to say it's analog because I think these were made in the early to mid 80s. So really cool. I'd actually bought this a long time ago with the intention of adding in a true bypass switch by putting a box in the front of it and then using it as sort of a stomp box. I never got around to it, so since we're getting ready to move, I'm going to clear this thing out. A lot of guys circuit bend these and do all kinds of crazy stuff with keyboards and audio escapes, so to speak. But this one is completely bone stock. I haven't even opened it up. I did clean the sliders this morning. I guess one last thing to say about it is it does run off of a Boss 9-volt power supply, which is what we're running off today. But other than that, it's a really cool thing. I think this is really great for rockabilly. It's really great for some 60s, even some psychedelia, some surf and that. And if you have an amp that doesn't have a lot of gain, like maybe an old Supra or something like that, you could put this in front of it, because I'll show you here in a bit the crazy gain that this thing will create. I guess I could talk, but really the best way to show you what this thing does is to show you. So, as you can tell, we've got the volume, or the microphone, at about 4 right now. I have no reverb on the amp, and I'll show you. This is just clean. Now, notice I'll take this down here. It doesn't go all the way off. So that's the amp itself, and then you bring it up a little bit and give it a little bit of gain. Gives it a nice little presence. I've got both pickups on, if that means anything to you. Alright, so now let's add in the delay. I'm going to bring this up to about 3. I'm going to add the repeat up to 3, and then I'm going to bring the depth up to 3. Not a whole lot of difference there. Bring that up. Now we're starting to get a little bit of reverb. Bring that up. Sort of a little bit of, sort of a touch of spring reverb, so to speak. Now I've got it up here at 9. Then we'll bring it all the way up. basically a touch of reverb. Now let's take the repeat and bring it up to about 6 there. Starting to get a little bit of a bounce. Bring it all the way up. That's kind of nice. Very rockabilly, a little bit of slap back. Now I'm going to bring the depth up to about 8. Bring that up some more. Bring it all the way up. Now if we take this and dial it back a little bit. Nice. Bring this back a little bit. Bring it down a little bit. And as you can tell, we can do all kinds of stuff. Bring this all the way up. Bring this all the way up. If I knew how to play an old Metallica song, I probably would have. But I don't, and I won't, and there it is. All right, so now I'm going to bring this down here. Bring this down. And here's how this goes from being a analog delay to a delay fuzz. Now I'm going to bring this up here. I've now got that at about 6. All the way. Now if I take the delay off, pretty cool if you ask me, and you didn't, but I gave it to you anyways. like I said, with a few mods, and quite honestly, if you're the winner of this auction and you want us to do the mod on it to turn it into a stomp box for you with a true bypass, feel free to give me shoot me an email, ask me for cost on that. We could definitely do it for you. Other than that, I'm probably stupid for getting rid of it, and as soon as I ship it, I'll be sad that I did. But anyways, I say bid on it now before I change my mind. So yeah, so that said, thanks for watching. As always, keep your feet on the ground, keep reaching for your stars. My name's Mike G. I'm out.